For the past 2 weeks, the Los Angeles Dodgers have been dealing with massive backlash after their decision surrounding Pride Night. Because, of course, just like so many different sports leagues, the Dodgers, like a lot of other baseball teams out there, have a Pride Night to celebrate LGBTQ pride. And if you have a problem with that, if you want to just go and watch sports, if you just want to go and not have someone else's lifestyle shoved in your face, apparently that just makes you a bigot. But they took it a step too far when they invited a specific group of degenerates, this drag queen trans group who openly mocks Christians. That's their entire thing. That is the point of their group. Not only did they invite them to Pride Night, but they're presenting them with some kind of service to the community award. They are honoring these freaks, and people had enough of it. When they first announced it, there was some backlash. They canceled them. Then they listened to the woke mob. Then they listened to people that aren't even baseball fans, and they re-invited these freaks. Since then, it's been a nightmare for them, and now they're even trying to combat that, despite the fact that they invite this group of drag queens, these trans drag queens, whatever they all describe themselves as, who openly hate Christians and mock Christianity. Now they're having a Christian night. That's good, guys. That makes up for it, right? We'll just do another night celebrating Christianity a few weeks later. Unfortunately for them, I don't think that's stopping this backlash anytime soon. Dodgers blasted for holding Christian Faith Night after hosting anti-Catholic drag queens. Disgusting hypocrites. Catholic Vote branded the Dodgers as the Bud Light of baseball, and like Bud Light, the Dodgers are frantically trying to rebuild their image after a disastrous embrace of the left's radical gender ideology, and just like Bud Light, it's not working. On Friday, the Dodgers' official Twitter account captioned a tweet by superstar pitcher Clayton Kershaw that promoted the organization's Christian Faith and Family Day on July 30th. And we might as well just take a look at this. Dodgers, join us at Dodger Stadium on July 30th for Christian Faith and Family Night. Stay after the game to celebrate, be part of a day of worship. Stay tuned for more details. And this is by Clayton Kershaw, who openly is a man of faith, talks about it a decent amount. And I think he also has a Bible verse in his bio, things like that. The real question is, are people like Clayton Kershaw going to participate on Pride Night with these freaks that they invited who openly despise his religion? That's a question that remains to be answered. But look at the reaction. They're getting completely ratioed. They're getting destroyed right now. Let's just take a look at some of the top tweets. Are you going to reuse the cross from the blasphemous pole dance performed by the anti-Catholic hate group you guys are honoring in June? No, this doesn't get it done. You cannot host, say, an anti-Semitic hate group one month and make it okay by hosting a Jewish night the next month. How dare you try to pander to Christians because you need us as consumers, while at the same time you honor an anti-Christian hate group that blasphemes Jesus with Jesus and Mary striptease and a dildo dipped in drug blessings and semen-filled chalices. You are grotesque. LOL pass, my entire Latino family has rejected the Dodgers. This is bad for the Dodgers. And I don't know if they're getting away from it anytime soon. Like the people that they invited, I'm not even going to play it. You can find these clips out there, the things that they do, the disgusting, degenerate acts that these people do. What do they call it? These drag queens, these trans people, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. They're honoring them with some sort of service to the community award. And now they're trying in a desperate attempt to save their Christian fan base that's rejecting them right now, saying, hey, guys, it's okay. We'll have a Christian night, too. Unfortunately, that's not going to cut it for a lot of people. They have put the line in the sand. They've told everybody exactly where they stand on these freaks, that they will bend the knee to the woke mob at any every opportunity, even when it involves degeneracy like this. The Los Angeles Dodgers have faced a ton of criticism and backlash over the past few weeks, all over their decision to invite an anti-Christian, anti-Catholic hate group to their Pride Night. Of course, the very idea of LGBTQ Pride Night for a lot of baseball fans makes them roll their eyes, makes them not want to go, makes them not want to go to games because they're there for baseball, not to have some sort of lifestyle shoved in their face and in fact celebrated. And if you don't celebrate this, you're just a bigot. That's usually how it goes. Now people are starting to push back hard against the Dodgers. And it's gotten to the point where it's not just fans right now. It's not just the vast majority of fans out there that are rejecting this bullshit, but it's also some Major League Baseball players. And I hope that Trevor Williams is ready for the backlash. I had to imagine he knew that this was going to happen, but Trevor Williams, relief pitcher for the Washington Nationals, has decided to make his opinion known about what's going on with the Los Angeles Dodgers. As a Christian, he felt he needed to say something. And, for the last several years, the woke mainstream media has been praising and applauding anyone that stands up for social issues when they're athletes, as long as it's the right opinion, as long as it's from a progressive woke agenda narrative. I don't think they're going to have that same energy for someone like Trevor Williams. Take a look at this. Washington National pitcher calls for boycott of Dodgers organization. This is getting serious, folks. Let's take a look at his entire statement. I think it's important we read the whole thing. As a devout Catholic, I'm deeply troubled by the Dodgers' decision to reinvite and honor the group, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, at their Pride Night this year. A Major League Baseball game is a place where people from all walks of life should feel welcome, something I greatly respect and support. This is the purpose of different themed nights, including Pride Night, to invite and honor a group that makes a blatant and deeply offensive mockery of my religion and the religion of over 4 million people in LA County alone, undermines the values of respect and inclusivity that should be upheld by any organization. Creating an environment in which one group feels celebrated and honored at the expense of another is counterproductive and wrong. To be honest with you, I know what he said earlier about, hey, this is why we have these Pride Nights, blah, blah, blah. I disagree. I think the very idea of having these nights that celebrate all this different stuff in itself feels exclusive, not inclusive. Okay, it should stop. That's not what it's about. It's about baseball. Everyone, no matter your walk of life, should be able to come to a ballpark because it's about baseball. It has nothing to do with your sexuality, nothing to do with your race, nothing to do with your country of origin. It's all bullshit when you start including those things. But I digress. Let's get on. Creating an environment in which one group feels celebrated and honored at the expense of another is counterproductive. It's a clear violation of the Dodgers' discrimination policy, which states any conduct or attire at a ballpark that's deemed to be indecent or prejudiced against a particular group or religion is not tolerated. It seems the Dodgers made an exception in this case, doubling down on this group, which grossly disrespects and mocks many of their traditions and beliefs Catholics hold most dear, should be celebrated. I believe it's essential for the Dodgers to reconsider their association with this group and strive to create an inclusive environment that doesn't demean or disrespect the religious beliefs of any fan or employee. I also encourage my fellow Catholics to reconsider their support of an organization that allows this type of mockery of its fans to occur. I know I'm not alone in my frustration, hurt, and disappointment. As Catholics, we look to Jesus Christ and the way he was treated, and we realize that any suffering in this world unites us in him to him in the next. Now, this is a very strong statement. You have a professional athlete for the Washington Nationals, relief pitcher for the Washington Nationals, calling out the Dodgers and basically asking people to boycott the Dodgers. That's what he's doing right now. And I got to be honest with you, I think there's a lot of energy right out there for this. I don't think that very many people support these freaks, these degenerates that do openly mock and hate religious people. The idea that the Dodgers invited these degenerates to be a part of this is disgusting in a lot of people's viewpoint. And we are at a point right now in this country where these things gain a lot of momentum, a lot of steam, whether it's Bud Light, Target, things like this. And now Trevor Williams has made himself a big target. He had to know what he was getting into. There's going to be a fierce media storm against him. He's going to be labeled a bigot. He's going to be labeled a homophobe, all of these things. But it looks like Trevor Williams is willing to deal with that.